Welcome back to Sunday League Football, and following our stint in the FA People's Cup, we are back to league duty today as we face up to this side in United Ockendon. It's a team that we've never faced before, but they have had Premier League experience. Not Premier League experience, but the Premier of our league experience. As for us, it was all looking good coming into this. We had 16 confirmed, but only 11 have shown. We do have 13, but Connor and Tomo are both suspended, so they have to sit out and watch this one. So with that in mind, let's check out today's starting lineup. In between the sticks, reliable as ever, it is of course Frank. Back three, we've got Rich, Dan and Graham. Left wing back, we've got Nosey. Right wing back is Kev. Luke and Shane are in the middle. Kieran just ahead of them. And up top for today, it's Too Good and Nick. As for the subs today, oh yeah, nobody. So that was a quick and simple intro. Should we get into this one? Let's go. So first action of this game is with Nick, who wins the ball over our opponent there. Kev takes over, a couple of little step overs there from him. He plays it inside to Nick, but loses out. Luke takes over now as we get the possession back, and he plays it up to Kieran, who puts it inside to Nick. Nick then looks for Kev on the overlap, but there's a misunderstanding there. And number 5 is on hand for our opponents to clear it up the field here. But it comes straight back again. Kieran into Kev, first time ball to Dan. He takes a touch to get it under control and plays it up to Nick. Now the overlap's on from Nick to Kev. He then sticks a lovely ball into the box, but no one can get on it. It's taken a touch from our opponents, but once again, we are still there putting the pressure on. We're not even a minute in here, as Shane then plays it forward to Nosey. Nosey gives it back to Shane. Shane then plays it up towards the edge of the box where Too Good is. And once again, Shane gets it back. Been the playmaker in this move here. Nick to Shane. He shoots, and it looks good as the keeper's beaten, but it just hits the outside of the post there. Unlucky. Great start from the boys. Here come our opponents now as the ball is played down the line. Dan tight with his opponent there. Unfortunately catches him, and that's brought back for a free kick. And so it's number 7 that sends the ball forward. Luke gets his head on it, but it catches his knee on the way through, and it falls to 23. He puts it across, and it finds number 11, who hits it, but that is just wide of the goal. Here comes another chance for our opponents here as it's thrown long into the box. Headed on there into the path of number 23. Graham standing his ground here, does well, but that one goes out for a corner. And so that corner is whipped into the box. It's a good delivery, headed into the back of the net, but unfortunately that delivery did actually go out before coming back in. Too much whippage. Goal kick it is, but that is a warning from our opponents. Is Shane in the middle of the park here, under a bit of pressure now from our opponents, but he does manage to poke the ball out to Dan here. He looks up and whips it towards the edge of the box. It goes beyond everyone, but Knowles there on the far side to pick it up. He then takes on number 6, cuts it back for Kev, but he has completely blazed it over the bar. It wouldn't have counted if it had gone in anyway. The linesman on this side has actually called Knowlesy offside. I think he's a little bit upset with their disallowed goal, so he's calling it 1-1. Or perhaps 0-0. Maybe that's easier. I got a lot of stick once, not too long ago in a certain video, for saying that football is best played on the floor, but I still stand by that. As Luke gives it to Kieran, it's a first time flick from him. Left by Luke. Shane then picks it up as he gives it back to Kieran. Kieran then looks for Nick here, and it's brought down on the edge from him. Luke continues his run here, hits it, but he hasn't caught his shot properly, and that goes wide of the goal. But again, good football from the boys, like that. Here's Kev now poking it through towards Too Good. He's getting amongst it, but his control lets him down. Quick feet from him, though, to get it back as he plays it inside to Kieran. Kieran then up to Nick. Turn from him. Got a bit of pressure from 2 defenders there as he goes over. Shane looks to take over here, but loses out to number 11. But we're still in possession with Nosey. He gets it into the box, but is headed clear by the defender. And now Luke's chasing that one down, and he wins the ball back for us here. And now we find ourselves with a 50-50 challenge, which Luke wins. Refs blowing up following that. They're not happy with the challenge, number 4 particularly. The ball was there to be won, but perhaps it's because his studs were showing. I'm not too sure. Ref wants a word with Luke, and as we say that, a bus on a Sunday has appeared. A little bit earlier than usual. That's an interesting one. I hope everything is okay over at Ensign Bus, which is an award-winning bus company, might I add. Winner of the Medium Bus Operator of the Year 2016 at the Route 1 Awards. Yes, get in there. Doesn't look like anyone needs picking up or dropping off today, so off it goes. Have a good one. Meanwhile, what's going on with Luke? I can see the ref has got something here. Yep, that is £10 to Essex FA. Nice one. Here come our opponents now as number 3 slides in there to get the ball ahead of Shane. Number 4 then puts it forward beyond Rich, and out on that far side is number 23 who streams forward as he gets towards the edge of the box. He plays it across into 12. Nice little flick past Dan there as he makes his way in, fires it, but that is blazed over Frank's goal. There's a ball on the pitch here as Graham takes the goal kick for Frank. He's hurt his foot, and that is nodded on by Kev there. Brought down by Nick, flicked inside to Kieran and played onto Kev, who's continued his run. Makes his way towards the edge of the box and sticks it in for Too Good. It's a great touch, but as it falls back down, it's held up in the mud there. He still gets the shot in, but he's blocked. Kev then sticks it across to Nick. He looks to get the shot in as well. That's blocked, and from there it all fizzles out. Moving on, it's the 3 midfielders linking up as Kieran gives it to Shane. Shane knocks it back to Luke. As he looks up, he finds Too Good on the halfway line. Turns, puts it over the top for Nick. And this is a good touch here as he makes his way into the box. Gets the shot in there, but not enough on it. And that goes rolling past the post. As we continue the pressure, here's Luke, who's had a good start to the game as he skips past number 4 there. Dinks it over the top Too Good's on the end of this one. Keeper's off the line. Keeper gets a touch to it, but it's still loose. But number 7's there before Nick, and he puts that one out for a throw. Here is that throw, and it's taken by Shane. Unfortunately, missing Elliot today with those long throws. Got injured in the FA People's Cup, but Shane puts the ball in there just beyond Too Good and collected by the keeper. Here's Kev now in possession, getting Too Good involved once again on this near side. As he makes his way forward, he looks up and sticks a lovely ball into the box. His deliveries have been really good recently. Looks like Nick had the sun in his eyes there, but still got the header in. Kieran takes over, who gives it back to Nick on the edge, who of course gives it back to Kieran. He then spots Nosey out on the far side there, needs to drill it in, which he does. Falls to Kieran, keeper with the save. It falls to Too Good, keeper with another save. Too Good disappointed with himself there, eager to get a goal. Hopefully it will come at some point in this match. We move on as Kieran knocks it back to Kev here. He sticks it forward for Too Good, but that is headed away by the defender. Kev looks to chase this one down now, but he's dragged back here. Unnecessary from number 4 there. And for some reason he's playing victim. Kev's squaring up to him, asking him what his problem is. So we have handbags. It's been a while, but I'm going to have to get through this as quickly as possible. Right lads, I'm about to get you some brownie points here. Be sure to tell your girlfriends, your wives, or your bit on the side, whatever they might be, that 2017 is all about simplicity, and it doesn't come more simple than a fabric bag. Modelled by Kev here. You can get these in plain, or in this case this is more of a floral design, this one by William Morris. And I can't stress enough the practicality behind this. You fit so much inside these things. If you're not feeling the simplicity, then fine, jazz it up a little with a boho bag. You can't go wrong with this bad boy. But girls, don't be fooled by the high street prices. They're usually inflated. You can get these quite simply from a market stall, and they're going to be the same quality. Finally, our ref for today, who is straight out the 70s with those sideburns and tracksuit bottoms, is modelling a bag to match. It's our 70s glam number today. As you can see, it's a traditional shape, simple handle, and obviously nice shoulder strap to match. So that's handbags for today. I hope you found it useful, but until the next one, let's crack on with the football. Yeah, football. And it's Luke that puts it out to that far side where Nosey is. Looks like he's going to have a job keeping it in, but he does well to do so. He then cuts it back to Kieran, but that goes under his feet. Luckily, Shane's there to pick up the loose ball and gives it back to Kieran as he finds himself on the edge. He's then looking for the right pass, and he gets that with Nick as he makes his way into the box. Finds himself free of the defender, but he can't get enough on the shot there, and that simply rolls into the keeper's arms. He's been quiet for the last 5 or 6 minutes, but Kieran gets things going again as he gives it to Kev, who gives it to Too Good. Too Good gives it back to Kieran, and he sticks it back through for Too Good. Good delivery needed here, and it's a dangerous one, but that's over Nick's head. 15 puts it into the path of Luke, who shoots, but that is wide of the goal once again. From that, the keeper takes the goal kick, and it's sent up the field, and Kieran does what he does best by winning that header. It comes straight back from the defender. Luke takes over this time and wins that one. Headed on by Kieran. Nick looks to latch onto it, and as he does, it's a great challenge from number 3 there. Could have been going out, but Nosey chases that one down as he's got number 16 on him here. Puts it into the box. On the end of it is Nick. Headed off the line by number 2 there. Nick's there again, but blazes that one well over the bar. Turns out it did take a touch off number 2 there, and that is out for a corner. That corner is then whipped into the box by Nosey. It's towards that back post there. Kieran wins the header, but it comes off of the defender. Luke then lays it off to Shane.
Have a go. Oh! Fucking have that. Oh, here we go. He's going to have his moment now, isn't he?
Now, after speaking to the ref at half-time about the decision he's about to make, this is the way the conversation went. Ref says, "Did you see anything wrong with that, Lino?" And he's like, "Oh, you know what? It happened so fast, I'm not too sure. Someone might have been offside." And the ref's like, "Did you say someone might have been offside? Okay, great. Let's do that." And just like that, Shane's first goal for Palmer's FC has been denied. And what a goal it was as well. He's got a great left foot on him, and as it goes in, you can see Graham and Kev there behind the defence haven't actually touched the ball. The referee has deemed that they're interfering with play. But I know full well if they weren't even there, that ball would have still gone in the back of the net. The keeper was rooted to the spot. And so we must move on once again. Keeper takes that as a free kick, sent back by Shane, the goal scorer, or non-goal scorer there, into Nick. He then lofts it over to Too Good. He's got Nosey in support if he wants him, but opts to go across the box, put it in there, back post for Kev, but he can't latch onto it, and that's out for the goal kick. Surely it's got to be a matter of when rather than if the ball goes into the back of the net. We've had the majority of the play in this first half as Nosey picks it up on that far side, got time to cross it. Nick and Kieran both in the box there. Kieran's got the run on it, but Nick takes the header, and unfortunately he sees his efforts sail over the bar. We have to be wary of our opponents though. Ockendon are capable of carving out a chance now and again, just like this one here, as number 4 puts it over the top towards number 23. He then sticks it into the box, and at the back post here, on the volley, is number 5, but it's a great save from Frank there to send that round the post, and that's out for the corner. The corner's taken so quickly that Andrew didn't catch it, and it's sent into the box towards that back post. It's all over the place, but Kieran eventually gets rid of it. Nosey's on his way now. Overrun it a little bit here, but it doesn't matter because number 4's just blasted it well out the park. Which brings us to half-time. Somehow, someway, it is still 0-0. We've done it before recently when we drew 1-1 with Averley Academicals, a game that we should have definitely won. This is feeling like a similar situation. But before we crack on with the second half, just a quick club announcement, just to let you guys know. You might have seen this on the socials last week or so, but Palmers FC are officially expanding. We are going to all ages. So if you've ever thought, you know what, I want to play for Palmers FC, and you are local to us in the Essex area, then now is your chance. The 2017-2018 season is going to be a big one. We're going to have all ages from under 7s right through to 16s, both boys and girls. And all I can say right now is make sure you follow us on the socials, whether it's Facebook, Twitter or Instagram. We will update you the next stages of how things are going to go and how we're going to be getting in touch with you guys as well. Exciting stuff indeed, but right now we need to focus on this second half. Let's go. Right, so first action of this game is with Graham as he puts it across to Dan, who sticks it up the field. Comes off the head of Kieran there. Ball's in the air as Nick and number 12 go up for that. Nudge in the back from Nick there, and the ref's giving a free kick on the halfway line. And so that free kick is taken by number 7.
Oh! Fucking hell. He couldn't see!
Offside, there was a man in front of his view.
You know what, there's some valid reasons from the sideline there. Ref, can we disallow that? No, thought so. But fair play to the geezer who took this shot. I mean, it looked like a shot. It didn't look like it was floating a ball into the box. Unfortunately, it's gone over Frank's head, hit the post and come off of Frank and into the back of the net. That's Palmers FC 0, United Ockendon 1. Football, you dominate a game, but you find yourself 1-0 down. Kick-off. So we're going to have to work even harder now as Luke gives the ball to Shane. He spreads it out to this near side to Knowlesy, but that is cut out by the defender there. 23 goes to clear it, but it's only half cleared out to Kieran. He then lines it up, hits it, but doesn't get enough on it, and it's cleared once more, only as far as Knowlesy. He floats that into the box. Too Good runs onto it, pokes it past the keeper, and that is 1-1. Or is it?
No, fuck off!
Introducing the linesman who doesn't know the offside rule. He's just pointing out to Nick right now that it was number 16 that was offside. But hang on a minute, Kev didn't even score the goal. What's going on here? And so the 70s ref heads on over to the uneducated linesman to find out what he actually saw. What are we doing? Talking head, shoulders, knees and toes. What is it? Offside? Onside? Just get on with it. Oh, looks like he changed his story. He's making out the goal scorer was offside, which means the ref has to believe him, and that is yet another disallowed goal in this game. Shocking. Should we have another look at the goal that never was? It was Knowlesy that brought it down and put a dangerous ball into the box, and it was Kev that was coming back from an offside position. They can't say he's interfering with plays. Nothing to do with it. Too Good runs between the two defenders to poke it past the keeper. What the hell is wrong with that? People make mistakes, but this guy, no. This guy knows what he's doing. Shame on you. I was really pissed off at this point of the game. Like, really pissed off, especially after the first goal was disallowed. Now we've had a second goal disallowed. We have to move on though. Dan launches the ball forward towards Kieran, who nods on for Nick there. He gets ahead of number 2 as he makes his way into the box, but number 7 clears that out for a corner. So here's Knowlesy now launching that one into the box. On the end of it with the head is Kieran, but that is cleared by United Ockendon. Here come our opponents now with number 11 as he makes his way forward over the halfway line there. He's pretty quick. He's got a couple of men in support as well. Number 6 in the middle, number 23 at the back post. He goes for the shot, but Frank's there off his line to make the save. Here's Rich now dinking the ball forward towards Kieran, who gets it under with the chest, looks behind him and finds Luke there. It's over number 2's head, but number 5 gets there before him. Luke's still with the ball though and sets it up into the box for Kieran. 7's there to head that out for a corner. Corner's delivered by Too Good, and it's a good one as well as Nick gets his head on it, but not enough to send it towards goal, and Ockendon clear their lines again. Here's the keeper now kicking the ball up the field, and here's a rare header from Knowlesy. You don't often see him header the ball, but he's done it there. Well done that man. Can't really see what's going on here, but Kev is dragged back by 23 here, and that is a free kick. Knowlesy opts to take that one short and quickly as Shane picks it up. No pressure whatsoever. He's allowed to put the ball in there. It's over Too Good's head and number 2, but there's Luke at the back.
Yes! Get it! Fucking have that!
Finally, we've got our goal, and I dare you, Mr. Linesman, to disallow that one. I didn't think so. So it was a great ball from Shane in the end. I don't think it was intended for Luke, more so Too Good, but where the ball was allowed to bounce in the box, number 2 was caught. Number 5 was caught napping as well, not tracking Luke, and he still had a lot to do to get it past the keeper there. Great goal. Well done, that man. So about 30 minutes plus stoppage time in this second half. Let's hope we can get another goal. And within a minute of the kickoff, we've got the ball back as Shane gives it to Too Good. It's a perfectly weighted ball for him into Luke here as he's in on goal, taken out by the keeper.
Yes!
1 minute and 40 seconds separates our equaliser and this penalty kick. As most of you know, we're shocking at penalties, but Too Good is fairly consistent. He's been playing so well recently, putting the shifts in without a goal to show for it. Let's see if he can do it now.
Yes!
Unfortunately, no. Disallowed. Too Good's got to take that one again. Referee didn't like Nick making his way into the box before the kick was taken, so Too Good's got to keep his nerve as he runs up to take this one again.
Yes!
And that, my friends, is how you turn it around. Palmer's FC 2, United Ockendon 1. Let's hope we can get a few more now. Kick-off. And straight from kick-off, the ball is played up to number 6. Fantastic little nutmeg on Kev there. Shane's slipping as usual. He needs to get some studs desperately. As number 4 shoots from distance, but that's straight into Frank. Here they come once again now with number 11, who makes his way forward. Looks to get beyond Graham there. Number 4 then picks it up. Shane looks to get it back. He goes beyond him. Graham sticks a leg in, and he goes over, and that is a free kick. And so that free kick is taken by the goal scorer number 7, but that is way over the bar. Since we've taken the league, we haven't actually done anything, and it's been a good response by United Ockendon, as number 11 looks to come forward now. He hasn't got many options, so he looks to take on Dan, but loses out. Dan then beats number 5 to the ball here, continues his run as he looks to get the ball off of number 2, but that goes out for a throw, but good commitment from Dan there. He's a new player since losing that weight. Dan involved once again now as he sends the ball forward to Nick, gets a foot in before number 3 and goes beyond him. I'm sure he does actually want to play the ball to Too Good here, but in the back of his mind, he's probably thinking the linesman's going to flag anyway, so as he makes his way into the box, keeper makes a save there. Nick gets to the byline, puts it in, keeper makes another save. Knowlesy now completely slices it with his left. You'd think that would have been sailing into the back of the net, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. Following that, we've got a bus and then a Too Good, who plays the ball forward to Kieran. He hasn't got much in support, so he has to wait here. Too Good's now caught up as he plays the ball across to him. He then sticks it one more over to Luke, who's in on goal here, gets the shot in, but that's straight at the keeper. Following a quiet period, it's Dan that's making his way forward, who gives the ball to Too Good. He then sticks it over the top to Nick, who's got a bit of space to shoot here. Keeper's off the line, he cuts it back. All he's got to do is tap it into the back of the net.
Oh!
That was 3-1 into a good defensive slide there from our opponents. Here's the keeper now going route 1 up the field. It's a big kick as well. Mix up between Dan and Graham there. They trip over each other. And now number 11 makes his way into the box. Frank's off of his line there with a great save. And that could have easily been 2-2. Back down the other end now. And hopefully Knowlesy can carve out a third for us to put this game to bed. As he makes his way forward, he's under a bit of pressure from number 16 there. As he goes to the byline, he looks to get the cross in there, but completely slices it, and that's out for a goal kick. Keeper takes that one, but he's put his defenders under pressure there as Too Good takes it off of 16. He shoots, looks to be going in, but the keeper sticks a hand out. I don't think he's even looking at it, but he sent it round the post, and that's out for a corner. Nothing came of that corner, but we're into the 90 now as Too Good takes the throw. Nick looks to make his way into the box, but it's taken off him by number 7, and that goes out for another corner. That's taken short by Luke into Nick, and now it's a case of holding it out there and letting the time run down. Hopefully we can do that. But as the ball becomes free there, number 12 hits it into the distance, and the ref is about to call time.
Yes.
And there you have it. Looking back on that game, we should have had more goals, but it wasn't to be. But the most important thing is we've got the win, we've got the 3 points, and we maintain top spot in this league. Talking of which, here you go. We're not going to get too excited though. We can see that teams around us do have games in hand, especially Gateway and Scruttons, but don't count out Thames Gateway either. They're on like a 4-game winning streak and are back amongst it. But the best thing about this league is the remaining fixtures. We've got to play Gateway twice and Scruttons twice. Gateway have also got to play Thames Gateway twice and Scruttons once, and Scruttons have got to play Thames Gateway. So there's a lot of twists and turns in this league to come, and if we want to keep top spot, we're going to have to beat those top teams. It's funny when you look back at it 4 years ago, we was all in the same league in Division 4, and we all got promoted to Division 3. We did it once again in Division 3 to get to Division 2. We did it once again last year to get to Division 1, and here we are taking on the teams in Division 1, and all 4 of us battling it out for the Division 1 title. And who knows, we'll probably all go up to the Premier, considering there's only 6 teams in there now, where other teams have dropped out. It's going to be an interesting end to the season, and I hope you can join us for it. But until then, don't forget to follow us on the socials. Thanks for all your support, and we will see you in the next one.